What's up, how's it going, watch people? So it's Dave's Watch channel here, and this is my updated review on the Omega Speedmaster Sapphire sandwich, reference number too long to remember. And I've owned this watch for about a week now. And the Speedmaster is a watch that I've always admired, and I've probably owned at least 10 Speedmasters. I've had two vintage caliber 321 movements. I've lost, to be honest, I've lost track of the number 861 and 1861 movement Speedmaster I had. They were all manual wind, so I guess this video is to help you decide which Speedmaster is for you. Right, I've owned first Omega in space. I've owned the 3572.50, the 145 series, and they're all great watches, right? And this is the first one that I've owned that has the exhibition case back, and I really dig it. Right, the Speedmaster is a great watch. I mean, it is an icon. However, you know, it's easy to get a little bit, how should I say, bored. I don't want to say bored, right? It's not a boring watch, right? Because there are buttons, there's a chronograph, right? It's quite interactive. However, with this one with the Sapphire caseback, it's very interesting. You know, you get to take a look at the movement. The finishing is quite, I'd say it's good. Obviously, it's not to the level of a Patek or a JLC or some of the higher up brands. But I mean, if you don't have a loop, and you know, it looks really good. The finishing is you know, meets a certain standard, right? You can tell it's hand finished, and it is a great watch. Now, if you are looking for your first ever high-end luxury watch, right, the Speedmaster is a fantastic choice. It's a great choice. In fact, I think it's the only choice, you know. The Omega Speedmaster. Now, would it be, you know, and this is also a problem with the Omega Speedmaster, is that there are so many different versions. I'd recommend that if it's your first Speedmaster, just go for the basic Hesalite crystal. It's a little cheaper, not by much, but if you like the exhibition case back, you're not too how else do I put it? If you're not too particular about you know, the watch being as true to form to the original with the Hesalite crystal and, you know, solid case back, then, you know, I think this is a really good alternative, right? It's very interactive. Visually, it's very appealing, right? You can see the chronograph work, right? You can see it move, and it's a very interesting watch. Definitely more interesting than the regular Hesalite model. And for those of you who say, you know, this watch is not true to form, I mean, come on, guys. You know, you're not going to be. Chances are you're not going to the moon, right? Sapphire is a little bit more practical, and you know, it doesn't scratch as much, but you know, you cannot say that the Sapphire crystal Speedmaster is not as complete compared to the original Moonwatch, right? If that's the case, then go straight for the caliber 321, get the true vintage one, right? Because it comes down to the movement, right? The 1861, the 861 movements, those are, you know, those are very different movements compared to the caliber 321, right? I picked this model of the Speedmaster because, you know, I just like the finishing of the movement, right? In the 1861, there's a plastic piece. The brake, right, is made of plastic, and obviously the finishing is not there. Whereas the 1863, you know, everything's made of metal, and they just put a little bit more attention and more finishing into the movement, right? Which is really what, you know, as a collector, right, you want to see that something that you have in your possession was was cared for, and a lot of attention, time, work, and energy was put into it. And this one definitely has, has that over the basic Speedmaster. Both are great watches, right? If you're budget conscious, go for the Hesalite crystal. You find a good deal, go for it. However, if you own a couple Speedmasters already, I highly recommend that you pick one of these up and see how you like it. Right? Will I keep it? I don't know. Right? The Speedmasters always seem to come and go out of my collection, but you just cannot go wrong with whatever choice you like. Right? It comes down to what you like as a person. What do you admire? Do you want it to be as true to form as possible? If so, go for a vintage Speedmaster. If not, the Sapphire sandwich is a great alternative. Okay, anyway, hope this helps with your Speedmaster hunt and Speedmaster quest. I'm Dave, and I'm out. Bye.